So I'm just making a quick review of the Hughes and Kettner Tubemeister 36. Notice I got the top and the bottom. I do suggest getting the official bottom. I tried to just put any Selection vintage 30 cab under it, and it didn't really have the amazing sound that I heard at the music store. So I went and bought the official cab, and this is the way to get the right sound, in my opinion. There's something about this cab and the wood selection, and also the size of it, that adds a lot of woofiness and air to the sound. It's really nice. So I'm playing right now on a humbucker. This is a guitar I built, but I'm playing on a humbucker. You're noticing, I noticed I'm starting out with high gain. This amp really shines with gain, okay? You can also do clean and a semi-clean, which I'm gonna demonstrate. But the first thing I wanna show you is the gain. Notice how rich and full the chords are. So, very powerful amp. We're over here at the volume is like, what do you call that? 9 o'clock. It can get much louder. I'm going to show you. So this is full gain. Here's all the way up. I'm going to roll the gain down to about half. So just overall, the EQ, everything is very responsive. I tend to keep things at about noon when it comes to the EQ. Across the board, every channel has an EQ. You've got an EQ for the gain. You've got an EQ, a shared EQ for the crunch and the clean. But really, I pretty much keep it on the lead channel all day. I'm a guitar teacher, but for my students, sometimes I'll just roll the gain down like this. Notice this is on the lead channel. And maybe I'll roll the highs back a bit, give me some more mids. Now, if I increase the gain, here's more of a crunch. I got that at about, I don't know, what is that, 10:30? If I bring the gain up to about 1 o'clock. By the way, I got the master at about 9 o'clock right now. And then here's full gain. Notice how easily the harmonics jump out of the ear. Another thing I want to point out, and I think the camera will show it, let me get closer actually, is how big these magnets are of the transformer and the rectifier. And they're massive, and this head is actually really heavy. I don't know how many pounds it is, but it's heavier than you might think initially, and it has to do with the size of these magnets. But this allows us to have an incredible bass response, even at low volume, which is great. This is great. You can play this in your band for a small club, but also to get this much bass at this low volume is really unique with this amplifier, I believe, and it has to do with how much magnetic power there is to drive the sound, to drive the bass. Like I said, I got everything pretty much at noon. I'm boosting the mids just a hair, but pretty much everything is at high noon. I'm going to show you the crunch. So crunch, we add volume. I'm over here on my guitar, and here's a nice crunch sound. See how rich that is. pretty nice actually. So I got the gain at around 930 here. Going to the humbucker bridge. I'm going to time out the gain. It's a huge fat sound. Look at how fat that tone is. If I go back to the lead, compare that. It's pretty nice. The clean is very clean. I use all 3 channels on this amp all the time. Now, you can add a lot of gain to the clean, which I actually like to do. And it makes it extremely responsive. And I roll back a little bit of the highs just to not blast it too much. Look at how clean that is. That's really, truly clean. And I hope you're noticing through the recording even how much bass response there really is. Notice that's a very nice reverb. It's a built-in reverb. I'm not using any effects here other than built-in reverb, built-in distortion. Total control of the EQ, total control of the gain and sensitivity, great volume. This amp obviously has power soak features to go down from 36 watts to 18 watts to 9 watts to 5 watts. Personally, I tend to use it at full power all the time, and I just adjust the volume as needed, but feel free to do what you please. What else do I want to say? This speaker is amazing. It's a Selection Vintage 30 speaker. It's become my favorite speaker actually, and I learned about it mostly through this amp. Then I started using it in all my amps, and so the Vintage 30 speaker is great. Overall, this particular amp, I just retubed it, so there's new tubes, should be good for another 5 years. Super happy with it. Okay, that's my review.